I got this retro power case and two USB controllers brand new on Amazon for $15. This thing is phenomenal. On the right hand side of the box you can see that there's a normal Raspberry Pi, and this thing was so much bigger than I had anticipated. You build it from Legos, which could be a fun project with your children, or you could just build it yourself. It's always a good time. My primary interest was getting the controllers because the Xbox One controller was taking too much power from the Raspberry Pi. And I wanted to get a more retro look for a specialized machine that could play the games with Flutter that I'm building. I wanted the USB cords to make it look even more retro. And there are 209 pieces of Lego here. The cord is about 5.5 feet. So I first measured the initial 3 feet of it, and then I measured the remainder of the cord. So its total is 66 inches. As there are 209 pieces and the pieces are pretty small, I wasn't really sure if I would be able to pick up all the pieces, so I recruited a student to help me build it. Free labor here. The build itself went very smoothly. There were no problems. This particular case does not have functional power and reset buttons. So at $15 with the two controllers, that's kind of a cost trade-off. There are case packages that are about $30 where you will get functional reset buttons. It does require a separate circuit board for the Raspberry Pi if you want this type of functionality. The box did say it was for Raspberry Pi 2 and 3, but this is a Raspberry Pi 4 in here. As you can see, when we're building it, the board is inside of there and it's difficult to take out. So once it's in here, you won't be able to extract the micro SD card and change it if you want to flip around between RetroPie and different types of Linux operating systems on this board. The controllers are quite good, and I did review them in a separate video. I'm not using extensive gameplay with this, so I can't really comment on long-term use. I'm primarily using the game controllers for testing. In this configuration, we have it with a keyboard and a trackball to use as a normal computer. Because it's a Raspberry Pi 4, it runs quite well as a normal desktop computer. The case looks good. For the money, I'd give this one a thumbs up. I'm using it as a standalone device to run Flutter games. Have fun.